A streamer from a time before Twitch, during the age of rocks and stone of the now highly popular Twitch stars and YouTube creators, Sodapoppin has been streaming his life on the internet since before even the game League of Legends existed. From the then extremely popular World of Warcraft streams with half of Twitch's users watching him to some of the first IRL live streams seen on the platform, Sodapoppin was the first true variety created to be seen on the platform of Twitch and was one of the first streamers to turn on his webcam. But just how did Sodapoppin go from taking part in a very niche and then unknown hobby to becoming one of the backbones of the biggest game live streaming platform seen today? Hello world, my name is Harmless, and in today's video we're going to be answering the question of just who is Sodapoppin. Chance Sodapoppin Morris's story started on the 15th of February 1994 in the city of Austin, Texas. Growing up, Soda was a rather bright kid in school. He also grew up with a brother of his who is actually a very good rapper.
Alright. If you can't afford the ransom, then I'll send it to the afterlife. Bitches say I'm handsome. When I cast a line, they have to bite. Throw 'em back right when they act like bad is an attractive type. I call these hoes Keanu Reeves. That means that they ain't acting right. Sad, it's like our generation's generating pimps and hoes. Music losing meaning, people screaming to a simple flow.
He would go on to attend a private Catholic school which, as you would expect, had really strict rules, and he would be sent to the principal's office for minor things such as saying "oh my god," which he learned very quickly in his first day of school after saying "Jesus Christ, I'm bad at art," to which his teacher told him he couldn't use the Lord's name in vain, and he then said "oh my god, I'm so sorry," and was immediately sent to the principal's office. He did manage to achieve very good grades, not by sheer intelligence but by willpower and putting in a lot of time and effort into his school studies. As a child, Soda had always been a big fan of gaming, but during his younger years neither Twitch or YouTube really existed, and so he had watched videos on older platforms like Google Videos. He became a fan of the popular Blizzard game World of Warcraft, but didn't actually own a PC of his own. But during Christmas time his parents spoiled him and bought him a $2,000 PC. When he got his hands on his new computer, he began to copy those that he had watched previously, and began to livestream himself playing World of Warcraft through a website called Xfire, and had posted a couple of videos to YouTube after he saw a friend of his do it and he thought it would be fun. His content consisted of Soda being his wild self, featuring dancing and a lot of ghost peppers. He started all of this back in 2008 and continued it throughout his teenage years, streaming semi-consistently on Xfire whenever he wasn't studying. And around 4 years later in 2012, he would eventually make the move to upcoming streaming website Twitch, which at the time was actually called Justin TV. He still continued being his regular old self, and because of the audience he managed to gain during his previous 4 years of streaming, he managed to get a big head start in the viewership race over on Twitch, which then led to Soda becoming a very early partner of the website, which he achieved in around April of 2013. During his World of Warcraft adventures, he would spend a lot of his time dueling other players. However, he tended to do this in PvE servers where the PvP players were not very good. Eventually he did leave to a PvP server in search of better players, and because of the class he played suddenly becoming well sought after and him being very well known, he got many responses to his request for an arena partner. Eventually he was torn between a couple of players, and another person in the community told Soda not to play with a certain player because he was black. This remark pissed Soda off, and so he did end up teaming with a player who was told not to team up with, and with him by his side he would go on to reach rank 1. That other player was none other than NMP. Eventually he would reach college age, but after only about a year of attending, his stream started to seriously pick up in viewership, and despite what his parents wanted, he decided to drop out to pursue content as a full-time job instead, which at the time was earning him a load of money, especially from donors such as the legendary Amahai, who would donate tens of thousands of dollars to Soda. Because of the fact his parents were super old school, they couldn't recognize the fact that streaming was a viable way to make money, and so they said to them that they wouldn't be living with any kids that didn't either have a real job or aren't in school, and so he was then promptly kicked out from living at his parents' place, which would have been an immediate thing, but his brother stepped in, buying Soda time to find a good roommate. Luckily he did find a new roommate, which came in the form of none other than his World of Warcraft arena partner. During this era, Soda and his now roommate Nick or NMP would stream a lot more often together, and they gained a massive following over on Twitch. This following came with a downside though. The community he had was rather toxic, but so was Soda at the time. But not only that, many of his followers would end up finding Soda and Nick's address, and then would randomly show up to where they live. Soda and Nick were a bit too nice about this, and would invite a couple over to hang out every now and then, and would usually take them to Chili's to then play Smash after. This would all stop one day though after the arrival of the Creature. The Creature was a rather strange individual who, like the others, found his address, but after his arrival, unlike the others, he would overstay his welcome. He refused to leave and was super awkward and did really strange and toxic things, and even tried to force Chance to smoke weed or do drugs when they were watching a movie one time. Eventually the Creature started crying about how he doesn't get any woman, and Soda laughs at him and runs up into his room. Nick was getting increasingly more annoyed with the creature's presence, and Soda mentioned to him that he should leave. After a terrifying morning for Soda and Nick, eventually they got someone to kick the creature out, who had worse and worse excuses for staying, one of them being, "But I'm Diamond in League of Legends." Eventually he did leave, but not without taking the extra step of being a weirdo and leaving drugs around the house. Since then, no one has been able to turn up to Soda's house uninvited. Soda at this time got involved in a rather toxic relationship with another streamer, Legendary Leia. While I usually don't involve the personal lives of creators in my video, Leia became notorious in the community around Soda, and there was a lot of drama caused as a result of this relationship. Leia was a bit too close with an ex-partner of hers, and after Soda and Leia broke up, Leia convinced Soda that her ex was abusive and that was the reason she was still hanging out with him. They got back together, but regardless she would still continue living with her ex, and after she ditched Soda at BlizzCon to spend the day with him and after some additional drama, Soda finally cut her off. Soda's community has many inside jokes. One of them started around soon after Nick and Soda began to stream together and included a shovel and a puzzle game where chat was literally telling Sodapoppin what to do, but he still didn't understand, which gave birth to the meme "Use the shovel."
Hey Jody, you're so retarded. Why should you use the shovel?
The giraffe meme was born from when he looked for a long-necked mammal to make a pet in World of Warcraft but struggled to find one. And after about 3 hours he ran into a deer, to which the chat said, "It's a giraffe," and Soda replied, "No it's not," and flew away. The chat told him to fly back, and after returning he was shocked to discover that the deer in fact was still not a giraffe.
It's a giraffe. It's not a giraffe! God damn it! That's not a giraffe, you fucking idiot!
Soda began to stray away from the World of Warcraft streams, and he started an event called Shit Show Saturdays, where his Twitch subscribers would pick what games he would play for the day. After nearly everyone told him to play WoW after him saying that he wouldn't play it no matter what, he decided to start making a list of games to play without the recommendation from chat. He would become a member of an organization called Skillcapped and would compete in a number of World of Warcraft competitions representing the team. Eventually he would temporarily completely quit the Blizzard MMO as he started to dislike the game, and would begin an era of solely variety content, rarely seeing the same game twice 2 days in a row. Soda and Nick got to a point in life where they really wanted to rescue a dog, and so they were driving randomly and visited a dog store and ran into a dog which he fell in love with. The dog had parvovirus, and Soda adopted the dog and spent around $3,000 for treatment. That dog would appear on the stream from time to time, and his name was Buddy. Soon enough, Soda's variety would see him be sucked into the world of gambling, and his blackjack YouTube videos were really successful, which he did over the course of about 2 months, but still gained a massive amount of backlash for it. He tried to bring it back later on, but was just met with more drama. In 2017, Soda was invited to a couple of esports style tournaments. One was for H1Z1, where he managed to take down the likes of Dr. Disrespect, but didn't manage to make it to the top 10. Eventually, his World of Warcraft legacy would see him turn into the co-owner of Northern Gaming, where he would manage the World of Warcraft side of the organization. This turned out to be a flop, but regardless he didn't do that bad of a job with the WoW teams, and when Northern Gaming got bought out by NRG, he followed along and became a very small part owner of the org. Throughout Soda's career, he had not been one to shy away from a good old Twitch ban. From going into the wrong room in VR chat to being banned for no real reason, regardless these bans tended to bring Soda more popularity rather than hurt his career. He's very recently started dating VTuber Vebe, who he met on Miskiff's game show Parasocial, and has continued with his large range of variety content and still occasionally sticks to his roots as a World of Warcraft streamer. Although he has said that we won't be seeing him play during this expansion, Soda has continued to remain as the true variety streamer with a community that would follow him no matter what game he plays, and he occasionally takes part in collaboration streams with the other giants of Twitch and still lives with his old Warcraft arena partner, NMP LOL. And with that, we are all caught up with the Sodapoppin of today.
Shovel as a lever? What? Look, are you happy? Are you fucking happy? It's a giraffe. It's not a giraffe! God damn it! That's not a giraffe, you fucking idiot! God damn it, fuck you, stream.
It's not the right place, man. Like, you just think your way and you're stubborn. Like, you can't look at it through my eyes.
Okay, then help me see through your eyes, Mitch. I'm confused.
Thank you all very much for watching. As usual, if there's anything that I missed out, be sure to leave it down in the comments below. I'll be sure to make note. If you'd like to see more, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you wish to support me further, be sure to check out the links in my description box or my pinned comment in the comment section if you wish to join my Discord. But other than that, thanks again for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye for now.